Good morning, happy Tuesday. My Tuesday breakfast is 45 grams of Dorset muesli stirred into a strawberry yoghurt. Then I've got some mixed berries and mango, that's from a frozen smoothie mix at Morrison's. Then I've got my Aldi tea, so that's my healthy extra bit and free on the plan. My Tuesday lunch is a small jacket potato with a small tin of beans and 35 grams of lighter cheese, and I'll have some almond milk later. And I've got some stir-fry veg with a few leftover tomatoes, and then I've got a fruit bowl, so I've got an easy peeler, 2 plums and a few grapes, and my diet lemonade. My Tuesday evening meal is one of the Bird's Eye fish char grills, the tomato and basil one, which is half a sin. I've got a big pile of mixed veg, carrots, broccoli, peas and cauliflower, potato and carrot chips, and half a sin's worth of lighter than light mayonnaise. And I've got a banana and custard Muller Light, and I'm going to have one of these strawberry meringues from Morrison's, which are 1 sin. I'm going to have that in the yoghurt with my orange juice. I've got 2 sins on the table, and these two are having a cuddle and a play. Lots of kisses. Good evening. How are we all doing? It's been quite a tiring day. Star Week has arrived, but I'm only saying that because this is a monthly vlog and that's what happens once a month. So yeah, a bit drained today, but it's aqua aerobics tonight, so I'll be going off to do some lengths. I might not manage, I won't increase my lengths today because I'm just too tired, but I'll either do 12 or 14. Depending on the time, because I've got to nip and get a couple of things from the shop as well, and we're going on for 6 o'clock, so might be a little bit short on time tonight, but we'll see how we go. So I was tagged by the lovely Helen from the Livingstones to do 5 tips to get back on plan. Well, I'm going to do a little twist on this. I'm going to do 5 tips to stick to plan. Because as we all know, that's my motto, is sticking to plan. They're not in any particular order, they're just what in the order that came to my mind, and there may be a couple of other, there may be a little bit more than 5 because I have jotted down a couple of other things as well. So the first thing I jotted down was plan, and prepare. So I'm not necessarily saying plan for the whole week or for the month or whatever. I'm just saying for your next meal, for the day if you can. It really helps if you can set your day out, plan when you're going to have your healthy extras, and how many sins you're going to have left maybe by the end of the day, or how many sins you're going to use in meals, because that can so easily trip you up. If you've thought, right, well, I'm going to have cereal for breakfast and then I want jacket potato and cheese, well, you've already had your healthy extra, and then you have to sin for your cheese or milk or whatever way around it is. So I do find that it's helpful to plan at least a day ahead, and think, right, well, because I want cheese for lunch or on my tea, to accompany my tea, then I'll have something that doesn't require a healthy extra at breakfast. Of course, you can have 2, you can have more than 1 healthy extra, but sin for it if that's your choice. But yeah, just planning at least a day ahead and planning for the next meal, I find is what helps. So for example, if I'm having sausages or something, then I might pre-cook the sausages so that we have the Actify free for chips, and then the cooking doesn't take as long. Just things like that. And yes, I believe it does help if you can write a 7-day meal plan or even a 5-day meal plan. And also if you want to follow the 7-day meal plan in the Slimming World book, that will help you as well in the magazine. So yeah, plan and preparation. Get that batch cooking done. Get that, get some quick and easy things in like mug shots and Slimming World Iceland meals. Get frozen veg and frozen fruit in so that you never have the excuse of I haven't got any speed in. The amount of times I've heard a person say I've got no speed in the house. There's no excuse. There's plenty of frozen veg and frozen fruit that you can get in. So that is my number 1 tip, plan and prepare. Number 2 is celebrate those non-scale victories. Excuse me. Take your measurements regularly at the beginning and then every couple of months or every time you have a bit of a difficult week, take your measurements, because you will see those measurements coming down, those inches coming off, and take lots of photos and post them on your social media, and you'll get lots of support coming back and lots of people saying they can see a difference, because you don't always see it yourself. Sometimes even now, a 12 stone loss, I can't see a difference between my photos, and I'll find myself asking Andrew, can you tell a difference? So yeah, make sure you post it up, show it to your family and friends, take your measurements, and also buy yourself a couple of new items of clothes every time you drop down a dress size, just to have a little bit of a boost. And I'm not talking about really expensive things. There's Primark, there's charity shops, all sorts of bargains to be had out there. So yeah, celebrate those non-scale victories, and that will help you keep on plan and remember why you are doing what you're doing. Number 3 is set small goals. So what I mean by that is some of us have a lot to lose, like me. You know, I've got 13, 14, 15 stone to lose altogether. And I just found it really helpful to break it down into 3 stone chunks or specific numbers. So for example, I started at 26.5 stone. I just said I wanted to lose 3 stone, so I got down to that. And then I said I wanted to get under 20 stone, and then eventually I set a target for 15, and then I've set another target for half my body weight, and I may set another target after that once I get to that one. So, you know, set those small targets and take it a pound at a time, half a stone at a time, and just chip away at it, pound at a time, and be patient. Also, there's lots of little numbers that you can look at. For example, you can look at your overall weight loss in pounds. For example, I've lost 12 stone, which is 168 pounds. So my aims were to lose 50 pounds, lose 100 pounds, lose 150 pounds, etc. So if you're not quite at the stone or stone and a half or 2 stone, there's always something else you can look at, some other little goal to aim for. Another goal that I'm aiming for currently is I started this journey at 371.5 pounds. So I've currently lost 168 pounds, so I need to lose about 3 pounds to weigh under 200 pounds. So yeah, that's my next goal. So yeah, set small goals and remember all the different little numbers that you could be aiming for to keep yourself motivated. Tip number 4 is ask for support. So tell your family and friends, there's nothing to be ashamed of, because you're doing something about your own health and your own diet, if you like, to improve your own health, and ask them for support, ask them to help you have on-plan meals, ask them not to pressure you to wander off plan, and also seek support from YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. You know, there's often Slimming World groups have their own Facebook page, and if they don't, or you don't go to group, there's lots of other Facebook pages for Slimming World, and I'm sure other groups as well, other plans as well. So go out and look for that support on social media, and also ask your consultant and your fellow group members for support, because I found a great deal of support through that as well. So that was tip number 4. So tip number 5 is just keep going. Don't give up. If you get a gain, if you get a maintain, if you're having a difficult time, just try your best. Just keep going, because there's nothing worse than going backwards. Just choose the path that will take you forward. And every choice that you make, every positive choice will take you forward. So you just keep those little goals in mind, keep your photo on the fridge, remember why you're doing this, because there's nothing worse than going, like I say, going backwards. And if you do have a little wobble, and you do you know, have a week off or something, then get back on it as soon as you can. Don't wait. I know I'm probably copying what other people have said, but don't wait until Monday, don't wait until tomorrow. Do it with your next meal. And just try, if you want to, try and keep the sins low, and if not, just try and keep to the 15 sins, and you could still see a weight loss. You never know. It's all about being persistent and being consistent as well. I find that sticking to plan every week is what works for me. So yes, occasionally I have a flexi-sin day or a couple of treats while I'm on holiday, but as I've said before, I do extra exercise, and I do a lot of planning in preparation for holidays, so that I can have a mostly on-plan week with just a couple of treats here and there. One little extra tip is try new things, keep it all refreshed, keep your healthy extras changing about, try new recipes, look in the magazine for inspiration, listen at group and write little tips down. If you're getting a little bit fed up with what you're eating, change things around. There's so many choices of healthy extra B that there's no need to be having Weetabix every day or Hi-Fi bars every day. There's such a big choice. And also, if you like something before Slimming World or before you started your plan, then like fish and chips or lasagna or whatever, or curries, then type into Google Slimming World lasagna, and you will find a whole host of recipes that you will never know existed, and you might enjoy them. And also try things that you didn't think you liked. So for example, I didn't think I liked mushrooms, and I'm actually eating a few mushrooms now in the Slimming World meals and in quiches at Taster and things like that. So yeah, try new things. Try things that you thought you didn't like before, give them another try. Try new ways of cooking things, like roasting instead of boiling, or in the Actifry, yeah, or air fryer. But yeah, my biggest tips are stick to plan and don't give up. Right, off to aqua aerobics now. Sorry, the kettle's boiling, but my Wednesday evening snacks are pea snacks. Yes, I went and topped up my supply, and I've got the sour cream and chai flavour for 4 sins, and I've also got some new hazelnut spirals at 6 sins. So we'll see how they compare to like the Nutella Be Ready. And then I've got a almond coffee. Andrew's got his breakfast ready for the morning. So I end the day on 12 sins, and that is another day on plan. It's the next morning, but because I haven't uploaded yesterday's vlog yet, I thought I'd do my tags because I forgot to tag people. Excuse the hair because I let it dry last night after aqua aerobics. So I would like to hear your 5 tips for getting back on plan or staying on plan. My good friend Jane Day, my lovely friend Julie from Just Julie SW, and another lady who doesn't get mentioned very much is Angela Walton. Now Angela does regular Slimming World updates weekly. She's got loads of recipes on her channel, and she also does other things as well which are very interesting. So Angela, I'd love to hear from you, and check her out if you haven't already, and I will leave all the links to their channels in the down bar. So thanks again for watching. Sorry this vlog is uploaded the next day, but it was a late night last night, as you can probably tell. You don't usually see me on a Wednesday until I've had a shower, but there you go. I'm dressed, I'm ready for the day, so I'm going to go and make some breakfast, and I'll start today's vlog.